What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And how could I forget one of the most important positions in the game, the most important defensive position? We are talking about center backs. We have to show you the best center backs in the game and give out the Bench to Beast award, not to mention the Meta Monster MVP for the best center back in the game. And I think it may surprise you. Maybe you'll see it coming. But nonetheless, let's get into this list. And I want to start off with my man Alaba because I want to do a category of center backs that are excellent and can do the job, but that I find better in other positions. Alaba, absolutely a beast at center back, but I would honestly put him at center defensive mid before I put center back, just because he's lacking in the height area and he's also lacking in the physical area. And the height area is especially important right now because the last patch, they literally added in the fact that defenders have a better chance of winning crosses and corners unless there's a big height difference. So you're putting guys like Darwin Nunez and Holland and them up against Alaba, he's likely to lose in the air. So he would be a great center back outside of those things, and he still could be a great CDM. Another great center back, but even better left back, is Vardiol. Excellent on the ball, excellent stay back defender who can do the job in the center area, but I believe he would be much more effective for you at left back. And same with this man right here, Koundé. Excellent center back, but you put him on that right side, you put him as a stay back wing back, and there is no one better defensively on that wing. He will be shut down, and both him and Vardiol, both good enough to stick with even the shiftiest of wingers. You will essentially have a great center back type of player on the wings, and you will have an iron defense if you just add two more good center backs to that back four, and you're set. And last but not least, in this category of center backs that are great elsewhere, you have Tchouaméni, the best CDM in the game in my opinion, but he is a monster at center back as well, especially as you boost him up. He can be a lockdown center back, but when you put him in that CDM area, in my opinion, there's no one better. Defensively, he is rock solid, but when he gets on the ball, he's a little bit more agile, more shifty than, say, like a Rodri or a Declan Rice. CDMs like that. So he is a rock solid number 6 that also has better movement than the typical number 6, which is why, even though he's a great center back, I would stick him at CDM first. Now, before we get into the top center back list that I would actually put at center back, I wanted to give my Bench to Beast award winner, the low-rated center back that, once boosted up, will become an absolute monster, because this player is currently in my starting lineup well below his max attributes and max skill sets that he will get, and he is already a beast. Now, there are several players you could put here. I just talked to someone in Discord from the channel, and he is a big Sanchez fan. Absolutely a viable option. But I have bias. I picked the award, and I have first-hand experience with this player on my team. So, the Bench to Beast award winner at center back, Kisono. He is an absolute physical monster in the air. He can do a great job, even though, again, he's not fully boosted up. He's winning aerial battles, and he's constantly making the tackles that count. Kisono, when he gets maxed out, will no doubt turn into a beast. Now, we go from lowest to highest rated center backs that I would actually use. There are other very solid center backs. However, especially with this current meta in mind, you need some speed in the center back area with the way attackers are able to run at you. And you need those solid center backs that, one, can be good in the air because, as we know, height does matter for crosses and corners. But also, even more importantly, I believe, is the ability to make those tackles, be in those right areas to make the tackles, and some center backs just do it better than others. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start off the list with Bastoni. He's just a little bit lacking in some areas, which is why he's so low. But a very fast defender, just not as fast as others. A very solid defensive defender with interceptions and tackles. However, I believe he's missing in the aura area. He just seems a little too stiff, a little less likely to get in there and make that important tackle than others. But still a very good center back, and there's no doubt that some of you use him. He is 100% deserving of being on this list. Next, we have Tomori, who is a speed demon, but another center back that is just lacking in the tackles area. He's not able to just get in there and make those crunching tackles, and he is not the greatest in the air, especially in UFL. Strikers definitely did him dirty there, even with the Air King. Tomori, maybe because of the height thing, he is not going to win as many headers as others, although he is one of my favorite center backs in real life, so I had to add him on the list because he can do the job, just not at a higher level like some of these other center backs. And next we have John Stones, who just ekes out Tomori because he is better in the air, and he almost went into the category of center backs that I put in other positions, but he's just not quite shifty enough to play in that CDM position. If I was going to go with a solid number 6, Stones would be behind like a Rodri or a Declan Rice, so he's still, in my opinion, center back is his best position. He is viable, especially with better passing than other center backs, just not as good in the actual defensive categories as the rest above him, but still deserving to be on the list. Now, the next 3 center backs, I believe, got done dirty by strikers in UFL. They're all excellent center backs, but they're missing in a certain area. So, Araujo, his pace split, the 74 acceleration kills him. He's going to get burned too many times by faster attackers. Even though he's great in the air and he can make great tackles, he's also missing any type of boost on tackling, but still does the job, just lower on the list than he should be. Saliba is the next one. Very good, but he is much faster in real life. And again, he doesn't even have high effect on his tackling, which is crazy. He has an interception, and he doesn't even have any type of Air King. He got done dirty. Last but not least, Marquinhos. They're way off on the Air King. He's not the tallest center back, but he's got ups for days and dominates in there. He has no type of Air King at all, and they're messed up on the agility area. He is actually a more agile center back. Those two things are what stand out for him, and they missed both of them. So, Araujo, Saliba, and Marquinhos definitely deserving of being on the top center back list. However, they should be higher up if they're actually given closer to real life attributes and boost. And next up is the opposite. Upamecano got boosted, I believe, by strikers, especially considering the last 3 got done dirty. They should be higher than him, even though he's deserving to be on the list. He's got the ultra effect in tackles, which is great, and he's at least got some type of Air King, not to mention elite pace. He is a top center back for sure, and because of strikers boosting him, in my opinion, he is higher on the list than, say, he would be in real life. But nonetheless, he is a beast in UFL. And the bronze medal goes to Rudiger, the 3rd best center back in UFL. Elite pace, crunching tackles. He's got the ultra effect Air King. He is the man. Now, he is missing any type of tackle boost, and he's only got the medium effect in interceptions, but Rudiger absolutely has aura and is definitely deserving of this number 3 spot in center backs in the UFL. And how fitting, the partner to Rudiger at Real Madrid, the Brazilian Militao, a beast of a center back. He's got the ultra effect in Air King and tackles, and he is a monster. Great pace, and he has that aura without a doubt. A sensational center back, definitely deserving of the number 2 best center back in UFL. Now, before we get to our number 1 meta monster center back MVP, we have a twist, because there truly is a number 1 center back in UFL. However, based on the criteria we've done for every position, this player would have been a bench to beast winner. But due to the fact that myself and many others chose him, right, when he was lower rated, and then saw how good he was and boosted him up now into the best center back in the league, without a doubt. By league, obviously I mean UFL. And because of that, I have to put him up here, not as a typical bench to beast winner, because he truly is elite. There's no one even close to him. So I did it a little differently. I gave the bench to beast to Casono, and this player is up here almost like a co-meta monster winner, because a vast majority of us realized how good he was and boosted him up a long time ago. Without further ado, the best center back in the game, even though he starts off much lower, Van de Ven. Now, if during that pause you guys were saying in your head any other name, you need to go to the doctor and get your head checked out, because there is no doubt that I was going with Van de Ven for this. He starts off, I believe it's like 82 rated. I don't know, it was so long ago, but he's a very fast center back, and you take him early on, right? And then you get in the game and you realize, wow, this dude is a monster. I don't care what the stats say. And he is a player that motivated me to sell my regular meta players and build my own meta monsters, because he was an example of how good these players can get when they might have a category or two that they're good in, but the rest are lower. However, if they have that aura and then you boost them up attribute-wise and start adding skill set boost to them, they can absolutely become the very best in the position, surpassing those typical meta players. And there's no doubt that Van de Ven does that, the true number one center back in the game. Now, we can get into our number one meta monster now that we got the Van de Ven thing out of the way. And there is no doubt this will be debated. However, from personal experience and playing against this defender, he is the best center back in the game. Is he lacking pace? Absolutely. But his positioning, his tackling, his superiority in the air, you just can't go wrong with him. If you have that ability to manual defend, he becomes even better. So literally a combination of the high price tag with the lower pace is why many players did not buy Virgil, or he's a turnoff to them. But without a doubt, he is the best center back in the game, aside from Van de Ven. So congratulations, you have an asterisk by it, but you are the Meta Monster MVP, number one center back in the UFL. We have now completed our top center backs and awards, and we have finished every position. Let me know what you think of this list, and I have some incredible content coming your way. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and if you haven't already, join the Discord. We have a lot of fun talking UFL, talking football. There's also an EAFC chat in there as well. Come on, join the movement. This is the best community in football gaming, without a doubt. And until next time, keep grinding, keep having fun. Peace out.